And I'm gonna do a quick look over and see what my equipment is, so I can, if I can increase some of my power on this. How you doing, folks? This is a temporary DK. Okay, Hellhound, that's pretty good. What do we got now? We can replace that. Okay, yeah, we got a little bit higher, too high for us right now. One spun, iron greaves. Yeah, let's get that on there. Okay, yeah. So we got some good stuff on. Right now, we're just a hodgepodge of armor. It's not that important that you get yourself up to like a, you know, a set bonus or anything like that. We're just simply going through this stuff here. Now, each one of these, this is what we call a delve. It's not a dungeon. It's public to everyone. They can, anyone can come in here, take a look at it. It has one boss to it. Now, something important as well to remember on a lot of stuff is, if you keep on facing people and you keep on getting yourself killed here, really question yourself on some of your skills and your abilities. Not every skill and ability is made to take on some of these things. Ranged abilities are pretty good, but if you're going against other ranged, like these casters here, for example, having a sword board is really nice because some of the abilities that they have, just basic, so like all their attacks get negated as long as you got stamina. Early on here, it also helps to have a magicka and stamina-based abilities because magicka are stamina used for your blocking, your dodge rolling, all this other stuff here. How you doing there? Let's take that. Oh, well, let's go over this chest here. Let's open.
Who the hell would follow this shit?
Now, chests are almost always going to be worth it. Typically with these here, you're going to get some good items, and you also have a chance for any chest at any level to give you a soul gem to your level. So if you're like a high level VR14 and you're looking for grand soul gems, you can come in these low level zones, get some soul gems and all this other stuff there. So there's always worth to get open some of these chests. What was that? Something? Ah, yeah. Human types also usually give recipes as well, which you can learn. I might as well just learn these here anyways. And since we have it there, we might as well get that on there. Oh, something I also didn't mention here, since I just kind of go through this, but you can put things like sips of health, magicka, stamina onto your quick bar. And now when I hit Q, that's going to be available to me to use. And that's a breakthrough right there. Doing stealth kills with any type of melee or bow ability is very useful. Because there's almost always a guaranteed crit as long as you're hidden and you hit the guy. And stuns them with that as well. I should be using some of the other abilities a little bit more here, but right now I'm just kind of going through here. Nope. Looking for the boss here. Boss is up. Yep, here he is. As you can see here, up with his icon there, has a little those little added little things there, which tells us that it's a tougher level character. So for this, I'm going to turret this on, put this on, and we're going to try fighting this guy. You're dead. As you can see here, we get petty soul gems for that. Medium armor comes up, and we've got the explorer for this. Now, to explore a delve, you have to kill the boss inside each one of it. Using ranged abilities will help, as well as sword and board and restoration staff, depending on what your class and builds are. Yeah, somebody didn't stand a chance there. Okay, let's see if we can get ourselves out of this place. Well, not exactly OP either. You might have noticed the little message there, which I'll go over here in a little bit, about charging. I can't break free when I have no stamina. Break free is something that's a little bit important here. And here's a sky shard for us as well. How much closer are we? Kind of going the wrong way here, but we've got the sky shard at the same time. Other times we can always sneak around, but also be careful when trying to kill people that have block up as well. If you try killing them, you're just kind of wasting some of your resources if they're sitting there not taking as much damage as they could be. Oh, shit. And the other option is to run. Shoot, I gotta get the hell out of here somehow. Let's see if we can be sneaky Khajiit. Yeah, looks like we're good here. Oh, that poison injection ability saves me a lot. Alright. Up we go, up we go. Ow. Come on, out of here, out of here. Yay. So it's our first delve here. Not that hard. Doing stuff kind of casual. If you're a grinder and you like to power level yourself through some of this stuff here, you can easily get through a lot of this stuff here quicker than me. You could probably already be level 20, as I've seen with certain people there. But we're kind of going casually through, just explaining the different things here you can find, and some of the exploration you can find here as well. Oh, and another thing I should also mention with chests, each one of them will also grant experience, usually about double to double and a half what a monster will in the same area. So, like, if you find a chest that's in a, monsters will give you usually 200 experience, you can usually get about, roughly around 500 to 400 experience on that. Now, this is a Dolmen. And you're about to see some serious shit go down here in a moment. So you see here, these guys pissed off the cultists trying to summon a Dark Anchor. And pinions have now popped up all around here. Now, to get these pinions open so we can close them, we have to kill some of these guys here. As you can see, the souls will fill up those pinions there. You can see here, we destroy that, put it back on the ground, it gives us health and magicka back. And the more people that show up, the more enemies it takes to fill up those up, and the more that will show up as well. These also have a chance to drop a general. However, the amount of people that show up to it doesn't necessarily affect the odds of that. So if you solo it, or if you fight it with a group, it really doesn't affect it. But fighting with a group also makes it a little bit more fun and exciting to do it. Because you get more enemies to it. Usually stronger enemies as well, so you can get more experience for that. Now, this is one of the reasons why I said invest into the Fighters Guild. These Dolmens dish out a lot of experience when they pop up. And the entire line that you have there gives you a lot of benefits to it, you know? Like, Silver Shards is a great way to kill a lot of these guys here. Alright, so we're going to close the final two.
While the prey was distracted, the predator prepared to strike.
Also, Liam Hunter Bow, Ghost of War, and Clamshells. I mean, it follows, guys. And after that, you close it. And you get a little chest for your efforts. That's going to be scaled up to the area that you're in and the equipment that you use. Now, you might have seen it pop up here as well. This guy's out of enchantments here. One thing you can do is you can do charge. These use soul gems. And that'll give you your charge back on that. And it kind of shows how do I compare it to Skyrim? A bit more structured. It's a little bit closer to Morrowind in a lot of the mechanics to it. The class system and all that other stuff there is much more akin to that. In addition to that, I'd probably say that the combat system is somewhat similar, but you have this additional bar here. Basically, you're not able to just pause the game and do whatever you want. It's a bit more, it's definitely more MMO-ish than most single-player games. But remember, you're playing MMO. You don't have things like, you found that guy place there. You don't have things like God mode or a console to, like, you know, quickly give yourself like 100 health if you need it or something like that. Let's head back this way and see if we can complete that other quest we left there. And Asian teas. For a lot of people who are watching on YouTube, probably getting sick of hearing this, but the reason that we're doing this character is it's just a toss-away character. Giving some quick tutorials on what to do for new characters when they're coming in here, what to expect. And breaking it up with the different gameplay that we have. Now, also, something I should mention as well. You notice that some of these here will be black, but not filled in white, like these other ones here. These will fill in as you complete them. Oh. Let's go around the back here. Yep, there it is. Quest indicators tell me to go to the cellar. Talk to the captain.
Thank the eight. We have a stash at the... Thank you. I'll untie the rest. You get that gear for us.
Let's see, somebody aggroed these guys here, so I won't have to bother with them. Take advantage of what you can. Sometimes it's easier just to kill these things anyways, but meh. If you want to be sneaky and not actually fight, that's fine too. Like that. Didn't even stand a chance to get me. Down in here to the cellar. How you doing? So we'll go back out here. And we got another quest that follows up right after that. Yep, we'll go find it. Yep. Sure thing. Let's see here. We're gonna find the key from guards here, or use the hidden entrance. Yeah. Now a lot of the stuff here will also give you alternate routes. I think I'll just try going straight through, killing these guys. We'll see how it goes though. Clam, I do think there is a good amount of stuff to do. If you're not able to find stuff to do, more than likely you ground your way up to the highest level, and you got yourself into an area that's basically just too easy for you or something. One of the reasons I'm doing this here not as a quick run through and more of like a casual run through is because really if you're playing a game, you should probably bother playing through the content. If you're going to grind yourself up to the highest level and then complain that there's nothing for you to do, well, it's more on you anyways, right? Okay, we fought ourselves to the manor door. Going upstairs here. Also looked through some of these quest areas here. As you can see here, it's not stealing at this point because the place has already been ransacked. So you can basically take anything that you want. So if you like to be a little bit more noble and not steal everything, you can take a look through some of these areas as you're questing. Again, you can read every bookshelf to hopefully learn some stuff.
Justice is done.
If you hold off, though, a little bit, you can really maximize some of your stuff, though. looking for here? Oh. I think somebody else might have just killed the guy I was looking for. Unless I'm missing something. Up below. See, I rush forward too quickly, don't I?
My father?
And now that we completed that quest, you notice that now that is filled in.
Greetings.
Less polished than Skyrim. To be honest, Skyrim wasn't that polished.
Hello.
This is definitely a lot more polished than Skyrim was. And if you don't believe that, you should take a look at some of the mods that fix a lot of those stuff in Skyrim. The difference here is that you have people, you know, when you have an active group here that will actively go in and fix stuff. There is some issues. Again, certain things like PvP currently having issues because of a lot of the zerging going on right now. And they've been trying to fix it, but they've still had issues with it. I really wish they would fix it and getting some of the primary issues done there. However, it's much bigger than they expected to. And with the buy-to-play coming up here, and about 80%, 90% of the player base being PvE, and only about 10% being the PvP portion, now the resources are probably going to go more to the PvE stuff. But I do have recommendations on that. You can take a look at my stuff on the forums and on Reddit regarding PvP Battlegrounds, which would be a nice little alternative to make much more smaller scale PvP with structure to it, but to accompany the whole Cyrodiil experience that we have. How much content is there at max level? Well, there's a crap ton. Remember, they added in the VR levels, so when you get to higher levels there, you're still able to go into, like, I'm an 80 character, I'm able to go into DC and EP and experience all their stuff at their higher levels scaled up. In addition to that, you have dungeons, which scale up to your level. You have veteran level dungeons, which are basically a higher level version of the other dungeons that you have. Talk to this person here.
Careful. The town.
And get into fear here. Take a look at the plague here. Veteran level, veteran dungeons coming in here, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Trials, adventure zones, and with the buy-to-play, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that are going to be coming into DLC. I should also mention.
Quickly! This is the last of the salve, sir. I hope it's enough. We can get more later. Hurry! Yes, just like that. Apply the salve.
Please don't let me die.
She's alive. That's all that matters. Take her to quarantine.
And if you're wondering why there's not a whole lot of people around me right now, a lot of it's also because it's late at night too. And some of the experiences also kind of phase in and out depending on what you're doing. Not a whole lot of it though, for the main area here. As you can see here, though, we keep on running into a few different people here and there. Let's take a look here. We want to be getting the sallow weed. No, this is not scaled down. However, if you're in Cyrodiil, it will scale your friend up to VR5 at least. And the PvP the experience you get in PvE is, PvP is equivalent to about what you would get in some of the PvP stuff as well. There we go. Yep, that's wonderful. Now the dungeons will scale up based on the leader. So if you have a VR1 friend that's running a dungeon and you're VR14, or let's say they're level 10 and you're a a top level character, if they're a leader, they'll get their content at their level. If you're a leader, it's going to scale to your level. So that's a nice little feature to it as well.
Let's see.
Yep.
I'll make the new batch right away, sir.
Make this batch extra potent, Amor.
It's ready, sir. I put an extra dose in. Here you go.
We have not heard how much the DLCs are going to be. I will say that with the amount of content they do have and the amount of questing they have, people have been putting in like 800 hours plus if they listen to all the dialogue that goes with this. All right, so let's get this out of the way. So I gotta go give this to various people out here.
Thank you.
Somebody's casting a few abilities on me, helping me rush through some of this place.
What are you doing? You've done what you...
Currently, I am playing this on North American. This also plays on European as well.
Who the hell would follow this shit?
Hello.
How you doing, Herder Wolf? I also, the first DLC I'm expecting is probably going to be,
My mother. My brother.
probably Clockwork City is looking pretty polished, and the Orc City, Orsinium. Well, actually, I don't think it's called Orsinium anymore, but I'm expecting that one's going to be coming out pretty soon. Maybe even before the Imperial City. With the way that Cyrodiil is right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they were going to hold off Imperial City for a little bit longer.
Seal the exits. We must.
Hi there. So I completed your will.
Over here, quickly. I'll meet.
I gotta find a way into this guy's house here. And from what I already know, I'm just gonna go in through the window. How you doing, Brickla? I am currently just a level 8 on AD. This character is a throwaway character. It is not going to be staying around for very long. I will be working on some banking tunes a little bit later. Ah, darn it. It keeps on sending me this other quest here. There we go. They have mods to make it so the active mod is the one that you just chose, or the active quest is the one that you just chose. Unfortunately, I don't have that loaded up right now, but again, we're just kind of doing a quick run through for new players. Hello.
I'll tell you. You mentioned quarrels.
Sure. Now, I've got to get a guard uniform here. And we're going to break into this place. The cities. Imperial City is the main city inside of Cyrodiil right now that's locked off. They're going to be adding that as a new expansion a little bit later. Not sure if it's going to be DLC or not. But when that comes in, there'll be something interesting for people to get into. Alright, let's get this costume on here. I also got a new one here I can put on. Rahu boots, yeah, let's get that going.
Greetings.
That sounds good. Yep. Okay, there we go. Yay, we're beautiful, and we're going into here.
Hail.
Oh. Have to drop this guy first.
You're new. You're new, right? Go on.
Okay, so now I can enter this cave. Not have much issue, I don't think.
You look like you've seen your share of battle.
Yep. And no, Tamriel is not just for Imperial races. It's going to be, basically it's going to be made into a dungeon. We're going to see if they're going to add in some battle arenas and a few other things there. But we don't have much information except for a little bit of stuff that was data mined into it.
Someone's here. Leave him. We must find Tenkano. Someone's here. Leave him. We must find Tenkano.
Some people use the stairs. I just drop down and do it. Oh. And sometimes they just don't even go the right way.
Who the hell would follow this shit?
Son,
Who the hell would follow this shit?
like this. They'll kill you. Tenkano. They're coming for you.
Heard a rule full of Scorpion and Omega Gamer thing, which is the follows, guys.
Get back. Don't.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Please go.
I don't care.
The new blood smells fresh. Please, Father, let them in. Fresh blood. And my next thrall.
Yeah, whatever.
Son. Tenkano. Why did the gods curse him? I understand. I won't. Please, just.
Alright. And we tied him up. And Brady's not going to deal with him anymore. I also have the $150 collector's edition. Oh boy, that's a lot of money. If you weren't here before earlier, I was saying you don't have to spend a lot of money on this. I usually recommend about $30 for the standard edition and $40 for the Imperial edition. Usually pretty good. Anything less than that, pretty good deal. 15 to 25 is the buy it now. Get extra copies if you see it for that type of price, because you can definitely sell it off for a little bit more there. But if you're looking for a tanky type or heavy armor, Templar and DK work pretty well for those. Dark Brotherhood is not instituted yet. They are talking about adding it into the future. With the justice system, though, that was the first step to getting that in there.
What's happened? What? No. Stop.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was never here, and you go and become a murderer. That's happy. That's a happy ending right there. Alright, let's see if we can get through this and get some of the other stuff done here as well. Question, how do you feel about they removed the stat cap? I know before they were having trouble with the Vampire Quest to level 11. It took me some time, but now I feel I can face tank them at level 10. Well, that's not really an issue with the stat cap. That was more of an issue that the mechanics have also changed as well. So some of that's, you know, with the stat cap changing, a lot of the mechanics and the way that you used to do things have changed. So, you know, just getting used to that in general is what a lot of people are having issues with right now. Okay, as you can see, we have another delve here we can get into. Oh, don't worry about it, Fox. I'm just going through and doing some of this real quick here. If I have somebody helping me power level through it, it doesn't really give new players the experience that they are looking for when they come in here. And remember, guys, you can play this as fast or as slow as you want. I mean, just because I'm here doing this here, I'm not like doing like a massive like speed run. But doesn't matter. Doesn't mean you can't just like take your time going through and experiencing some of the quests. I'm gonna have to sell pretty soon here too. Let's take a look at this. We got a massive area here. Don't know if the boss is gonna be here if they change this, but it's nice to be able to explore this. Patrol. What's that one over there? Patrol. Okay. Still looking for a boss here. As you can see, Fighters Guild is going up pretty quickly here. Yeah, this looks like bossy type area. Standing over the body of something here. Oh, shit. So we got the Explorer done on that. My guess is the Sky Shard is a little bit further in here as well. Let's fall behind this Night Stalker fellow. This is one of the nice things about having the health bars there. You can take a look and see where they're going to drop down from. We got another sky shard piece. Yay! Now all I have to do is head back over this way. Da-da-da. Pretty sure it's this way, isn't it? Nope, I headed the wrong way. Oh shoot, people are respawning. Get out of there. Yeah, down this way. Some dark. It really depends on how good you can kite. If you're taking on the vampire quest at a low level, you have to have bow or destruction staff, and you should have some good abilities there that you can keep your sustainability up with it. You can absolutely kite the mobs in there, and I may be doing another quick run of that later on, but there's a level. Now we can take Searing Strike here. I'm actually going to leave it as is, but this shows you one of the major changes they made is they added a morph here for stamina, as you can see the cost there, and it goes off weapon damage versus Burning Embers, which is now Magicka, and heals at the end. And they've added 2 abilities at least for each one of the classes. They may be added more later on if there's a good balance reason for it, but... Now, we're 1 level away from PvP, but I don't think I'm going to be hitting it tonight. I'll still be going through here a little bit more, showing off some of those different items here. I'm hoping to get up to the world boss before the end of this. Also, leashing. I should probably mention that as well. If you notice, mobs do leash, but the issue that most people have is that when you try leashing it, people will typically run away, and they expect them to run, not do anything. You have to hit them to get them to actually leash. If you don't hit them, they will not leash, and you will be, they'll just hit on you for hours until you finally do hit them.
Would follow this shit.
Did I head the right way here? Maybe not. Nope, I went the entirely wrong way here. Shows how much sense of direction you have with some of these delves. You can easily get yourself lost in them. Yep, down that way. Come on. Okay, gotta head down this way now. Back over here. Yep, right around here. Run away. Now I'm gonna have a whole lot of enemies coming at me. If I cannot get myself away, the other alternative is going to be simply just go outside the door if I can actually use it. When you're in combat, you can only use certain things and you can't use others, and that's probably to prevent you from having issues here. But yep, I can get out of this here real quick and survive. Correct. Grinding is still viable. The problem is that a lot of the stuff that people were doing was more of exploiting. Basically, we're taking all the mobs up into one area, killing them all and have them instantly respawn. So they just kept on grinding and grinding and grinding. They capped a lot of those things, so the respawns aren't as good. Killing monsters is probably one of the quickest ways to get certain champion points and all that stuff. However, if you want a fun time, probably doing some of the dailies and all that stuff, running dungeons, all good ways. Ah, shit. That was not a good bug there to have. It crashed. Yay. Well, that was a long time since I had a crash that time there. Let's get back in here real quick. I'll finish up the stream. One of the issues of running FaceRig and the ESO client at the same time. Well, not just ESO, or not just FaceRig, but also my streaming client. If I had enough money to get a separate PC, that might help a little bit, but I'll make do with what I have. Yay! Ba 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 ba. All right. There we go. Saw that there. I'm going to head over this way, though, and take the way shrine down there. Now, notice as well, when you come to way shrines, you can come up to them and use them, and it has no cost. If you go to your map and use it, you're going to have a cost to it. So make sure you come to the way shrine, hit E to use it, and then go to that. A lot of people I know are complaining that the way shrines kept on getting more expensive, and the reason was they kept on using and traveling using the map method rather than actually using the way shrine. It gets very expensive if you use the map to do that. Now I'm heading down this way here because I know there's a world boss here that we can actually fight. Item lethalized, BGs, I don't know what you mean. Oh. No, there is not Battlegrounds in ESO right now. That is a suggestion that I keep on putting up on the forums there. As Nightbot should be putting in there. Shoot, I freaking miscapitalized. If Nightbot is still in here, what the hell? Oh, Nightbot, you bastard. Yeah, there you are. Ah, there you go. Those are suggestions I've been posting up on the forums as well as on Reddit, trying to promote some of that stuff, especially with the state of Cyrodiil's in right now. It'd be nice to get some like small-scale structured PvP. And one of the things that ZOS is good about and bad about at the same time is listening to their customers. If people are vocal about something that they want, they will put the time and effort to it. Problem is that if you bitch all the time and you don't put anything positive on there, they'll listen to that as well, and they will just assume that you don't want any of it. They have a very good ethic about not nerfing anything. but at the same time, they only have limited resources with what they can do in the time. Now, what we're at right now, folks, is a world boss. As you can see here, we got several hard level enemies here we can try fighting. These are 2 levels below me, but they can probably kill me pretty easily here. I will try to fight them, but I can't put any guarantees I'm actually going to win on this. Yeah, that's rough right there. These guys hit me for about as much as my health in each shot. This is a case where having a sword and shield really helps, because with sword and shield you have things like absorb magic, which will negate all those attacks on me. Being a sword bow build at this point, I cannot do that, unfortunately. So I'm kind of SOL about taking that guy out there, but I can head up there and do them later as well. No, this one is... okay, yeah, there we go. Yes, there is veteran ranks, but they've now replaced... they're now preparing to replace veteran rank with the champion point system. So the first phase of that is getting alternate advancement done. Second phase of that is going to be getting people up there, and then finally is going to be the removal and the downgrading of some of the monsters there to get rid of the champion point system altogether.
Just so.
Ethelize, I hear you. There's people that like PvP and don't like to have to go through PvE grind fests for some of this.
Our honored ancestors to pass on their memory and wisdom.
Your ancestors disavow you, false one. The Veiled Queen is the rightful heir, and Norian shall end your reign.
My queen, look out!
It took you that long to run over there to there? Whatever, pal.
Well, that could have gone better. Don't remind me. These continue the... It's as I said, the I've no idea. Norian, continue the rituals. It's as I've no idea. Truly? Continue the ritual. It must be Norian.
Alright. So, let's go through here. You can also talk to this person up here. How you doing?
Careful, don't get too close to the stone. No, it doesn't.
Yep, leave it to me. So we have a whole bunch of quests to do up here, and they all kind of go around the same area. Rogue, I'd probably say today. If you don't have 60-day cards that you can apply at this hour, you're probably SOL, to be honest. And the question was again that how, you know, when do you have to have 300 days by? It has to be by today. You have to have 300 days that you've applied and gotten the money by. Okay, where is that spirit here? My inventory is full now, which tells me I should probably be selling off to a merchant pretty soon. VR ranks raise much faster inside PvE zones than they do in PvP zones. If you want to stay alive and do a lot of the ganking that you see me do, usually it's helpful to have a VR 14. Right here, let's see. This one is up here. Yeah, Lethalized, I understand. PvP in this is a little bit more like Dark Age of Camelot. However, I do think they did a better job where you don't have the overpoweredness of some of the ranged classes. They still got to work on a few other things though with it. I mean, they've already announced that they're having so many issues with the amount of stacking that's going on. They have to de-incentivize people from zerging on it. But they are working on it, which is a good thing to hear. Though it's not what people want to hear, unfortunately. They just want to hear that it's fixed. Myself included, but I realize that things like this take time. 300-day mount should be coming out tomorrow if you have 300 days on record. If you do not have 300 days on record or 300 days paid, you won't be getting that, unfortunately.
May we be honored by your humble prayers and offerings to us. The ritual is complete. You may go.
You got two of them right on top of each other, and I can turn these in and get them out of the way. Vampires still need love, unfortunately. Inside of PvE, they don't get as much power. And with some of the higher level content, the fire damage and the limitations that you have on top of things there, it kind of limits it. Yep, and Templars are still pretty good. However, Nightblades are still pretty viable. DK is pretty viable. Sorks may not be seem viable, but I know people that can do a pretty good job with it in PvP. Go away. Hey, you. Yeah, I got your thing done.
I can handle myself. I was a warrior.
You've done it. The madness has left them.
Since I do not have room, I've got to remove some stuff here. Great, let's see. Let's just get rid of that. I'm not going to use that for a while. Hello. Yep, I'll take your stuff. After you, and I just leave right into the door ahead of her.
Who the hell would follow this shit?
Werewolf is definitely overpowered right now. Vampires need to be improved a little bit.